The next thing that you're going to want to do is actually get some friends that can see their news feed and the stuff that you post to your wall. I'm not going to show you this stuff. It's all in the module that we're about to release, but you can actually import from contact list, from Outlook, MSN Live, any web email address list, and even like our Aweber list. It actually recognizes those and imports those lists as well. What's really cool about when you import stuff is right after you click on the button import, it'll actually tell you 550 of your people on your address list already have a Facebook account. So not only do they get an email saying Jeff Johnson requested him as a friend, but they also get a notification inside of Facebook. And most likely, it's cool to actually see how many people are using Facebook on your lists, because more than likely they're the ones that are going to be logging in because they're already using the system. So that's kind of cool.
This is how we use it. This is really cool. When we were testing this feature, we had several small segmented lists that we've tested in the past importing. We're limited to what, 2,500?
10,000
total for the day?
We got a little block on that for 48 hours.
Yeah, they'll block you if you try to bring too many in. We took one of our segmented lists from Aweber, imported in to a Facebook account, and when it pops up on that list, 48% of the people of those...
It ended up being 35%.
35% of the people on that segmented list of 2,500 people that were on the list that we were testing it on?
We did the whole 10,000 that we imported in.
No, but remember we had the small list test that we were doing. Anyways, the point is, 40 to 50% of the list that we imported into Facebook already had Facebook accounts. What does that tell you? And that's only known if they are using the same email address when they join my mailing list that they used Facebook. So I'll guarantee you that most people here use multiple email addresses, right? Everybody. So we import our test list, and we're showing 40 or 50% of the people use the same exact email address on my mailing list that I captured on my Underground Training Lab site to sign up for a Facebook account. That probably means more like 60 or 70% of those people actually have Facebook accounts. The only way Facebook can identify them, though, is from the email address they used. So there's a large amount of people that are using Facebook in this marketplace. So that what happens is when you import the list, it says, okay, you have 400 or 500 people that are already on Facebook. We'll send them notifications to come join as a friend to your Facebook profile. By the way, if you want, we will email you for you. We will email them from Facebook. The ones that don't have accounts here, we'll email them an invitation to come join you at Facebook. And the email comes from Facebook. So it's adding a little credibility for the invitation. So everyone's heard of Facebook. Well, Jeff's got an account. I've heard of Jeff. And I've heard of Facebook, so maybe I should go over and check this Facebook thing out. Or the ones that didn't use the same email address will say, hey, I already have an account at Facebook. I'm going to go over and join Jeff on Facebook. So it's pretty cool. One thing we know from that is that we should be doing Facebook for marketing, because people on my Underground Training Lab segmented list, 50% of them are showing up as already having a Facebook account that they know of. It's pretty powerful. So we're limited to 10,000 imports?
Yeah, per 24 hours.
Per 24 hours.
Can you import just part of your Outlook?
Yes. What it actually does,
when
you import it, or actually it'll show the entire list, depending on how long it is, but it'll actually list the entire thing. You can check which ones you don't want to import.
And with Aweber, you can do it. I'm sorry, go ahead.
From an Excel sheet, can you import?
Yes, a CSV, the comma separated file. When you save your Excel document, you go save as, it's a comma separated value, CSV, and it'll import those, yes.
So if you want to segment your list, let's say, we should all have segmented lists within our Awebers and our one-shopping accounts, right? We all understand that. But let's say we don't. Let's say we have one big master list, and I maintain big master lists, and then I put them on smaller segmented lists. Well, I could actually go into my big master list and say, okay, I want a list of only those people who have opened up an email from me within the last 3 weeks. And then you can export it as a CSV, and then you can go over to Facebook, and you can import just those people that have opened up an email from you within the last 3 weeks. Why would I want to do that? Because I know those people are interested in what Jeff Johnson has to say, right? If these people are going to be, I'm limited to 5,000 people on Facebook for friends, in the profile section, don't I want my biggest supporters going out and telling everybody, all their friends on Facebook, that they're the biggest fans in the world of Jeff Johnson? Yeah. So there's different ways you can import the CSV files. You export it from your Aweber or your One Shopping Cart or any place that can export a CSV. You can segment it in-house, export it to CSV and just import that portion here, as long as it's under 10,000 imports per 24 hours.
Exactly. So another way that you can also get friends too is there's a thing called a profile badge, which you can see here on the right. This is one that we created for Jeff. And you can put this on your website. And what is really cool about how these things work is it actually updates live content and actions that you're doing on Facebook. So for instance, if Jeff's posting new items and stuff like that or new content on Facebook, it'll show. And if someone isn't a friend of him already, then they'll click on his profile badge and go over and more likely request to be a friend.
All right, so if you go to undergroundtraininglab.com/Facebook,
yep,
you'll see this badge. There's some problems with this badge. There's some benefits, so you can use it. Problem is you're limited to what you can do inside the badge. So there is no call to action inherent in the badge. You can control the message that goes in if you want, but it doesn't say, click here now, join us on Facebook. But it has the last status update on top says Jeff Johnson, and on my homepage, the last status update that he showed you earlier, the last thing I said, it's like Twitter. Everyone knows Twitter, right? You type in a sentence, it shows throughout your network. Facebook added the new feature. It's like a Twitter-like feature to your profile. And Anthony believes that it's given priority over everything else that occurs on your profile action. So if I went in there the other morning, it was 5:45 in the morning, and Mike Filsame wanted to speak here, couldn't make it, but he's like, dude, grab yourself a Mac, we'll do an online iChat. I said, well, that's great, but I haven't bought the Mac that you paid for yet. So it was 5:45 in the morning, so I just hopped on over to my Facebook. I was already on my Facebook account, and I typed in, I'm talking to Mike Filsame, the man never sleeps. It was 5:45 in the morning. I have kids. I get up early because I have kids. I can't sleep in. They just won't let me. And they weren't up at that time, but the reason I was up is because my daughter jumped in bed and kicked me out, so I got up and started working. And Filsame works through the night, so I just updated it there. So then people in my network, I'm not trying to sell them everything, say, hey, I'm talking to Mike Filsame. And then when I was flying to Yannick's event, I said, I'm flying out to Yannick's birthday party. It's an 80s bash, and Yannick's going to wear a mullet wig. I'll make sure I send you guys a picture. I'm not sending out sales messages all the time. I'm just letting them know. Now, we will show you that my profile is built as a sales funnel. But if you go too far overboard with marketing and just marketing, people are going to unsubscribe from your friend list. They don't want you spamming them. So you can sneak your messages in. You can throw in a link now and then. It's not going to hurt, but give them high-quality content because this gets throughout your entire network, and it goes through everyone else's network too. So this badge on our blog, before we came down, we threw it on the website just to show you if you want to see it real live. And now what's going to happen is on my website, this thing is a widget, and it's updated. Every time I update my status, it's going to show my update on Facebook. Well, Anthony and I, a few months ago, were talking. I said, you know what I'd like? I'd like a widget that takes the affiliate codes so we can give a widget to our affiliates, and then they could plug in to my Underground Training Lab blog. And it would pull the news feed in, the RSS feeds from my Underground Training Lab blog, and it put it inside the widget. So anytime I had a new story posted to my website, it'd show up inside the widget. Well, we'll give it to our affiliates to put on their websites, and if anyone ever clicks any of the news stories in that widget, it's going to embed their affiliate link in it, send them over to Underground Training Lab, and if they buy or subscribe to my email, get paid. He whips it up in like a day or two. We haven't implemented it yet. But what's interesting about the widget is this Facebook widget, though, will show the things that you put on your website. Now, if I went to some of you guys and said, could you do me a favor? Could you put my widget on your website? Some of you guys will do it. I know you would. I'm not going to do it, but I'm just saying. If you have a rapport with your clients, you give them great stuff, you can say, help me market. Could you put my Facebook widget on your website, even if it's for a day or two? So that's what's really nice about these widgets. What's bad about them is you can only customize them so much. But that's a marketing aspect on it. So we can take the badge, we can put it on our websites, and everything that I'm doing on Facebook shows up. Well, I could actually say on this badge on my website, I could say, hey, make sure you click the link below and join me at Facebook because there's some content on that website you will not find on this website. And the headline could show up what the content is there for me. It gives them a reason why to go over and join Facebook or add me as a friend. So that's how you tie it into marketing. And we just whipped it up on the site today, so I don't know. I think we just said click the link below and join us on Facebook.
The whole idea of the whole Facebook profile badges is just to show people that you are on Facebook, and it creates that awareness, and that's the whole idea of using those badges.
Now, is that picture my profile picture, or
uses
did
your
you put
profile
that
picture.
specific picture in?
It uses your profile picture.
Can we
You don't-
control on the badge the picture that's
No,
chosen?
it
It's
uses the
only
exact
profile.
same one from your profile.
Okay.
So
Yes,
you could change your
anytime you want.
profile,
You
but it would update.
Yeah,
As,
so
on
if
your
you're having a
badge.
promotion that's seasonal, ends in a week or two, you can change your profile picture and put up a banner if you want for a week, and then change it back to whatever you want. But we'll show you how to do that when you do promotions with pages and events. So you don't.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So I guess those are like the best ways or the quickest, easiest ways to get friends. So that obviously what we're trying to do is let them see all the things that we post to our wall. So once you have friends, the next thing you want to do is actually add content to your wall.